So we want to talk about farming for listings with FMLS. So first, let's back up a little bit. Everybody should have a farming area of a minimum of 100 homes. So first of all, you should have a zip code that you're specializing in. So you should have a county, you should have a zip code, you should have an area and 1, 2, 3 different subdivisions that you're going to farm every single month. Now, farming means we want to touch the owners of these houses every single month. Now, there's a lot of ways we can do it. We can knock door to door. We can write a letter. We can send an email. We can send postcards. I used to take a little magnet, a business card magnet, and put it on the outside of the mailbox of everybody's mailbox. I used to knock on doors. I used to do a combination of all of it. 1 month, send a letter. The next month, send a postcard. The next month, knock on the door. All of it works. The key is consistency. Consistently contacting the folk in this particular subdivision. Now you want a minimum of 100 houses. 200 is even better. 500 is better. 1,000 even better. The more, the better. Okay. So how do we touch these houses? Well, let me give you just a couple of ideas. And I've talked about this in all my different webinars and boot camps and all that good stuff. Oh, matter of fact, don't forget, tomorrow and Thursday, we got an excellent webinar coming up. I'm going to be talking about branding yourself. You do not want to miss this. This coming tomorrow and Thursday, 12:30 until 2, both days. I'm going to be talking about branding yourself. Most agents, we don't brand ourselves. We don't market ourselves. We don't market our services. And it's a huge disservice to yourself. If you want to be a multi-million-dollar producer, you want to make six figures, you have to brand yourself. People do business with people they know, like, trust, and respect. Let me say that again. People do business with people that they know, that they like, that they trust, and that they respect. Branding gets a person to know you, like you, respect you, and trust you. That's what we're going to be talking about tomorrow and Thursday. Okay. So what do we want to do here? We want to now touch everybody in our listing area. We want to farm our particular listing area. Okay, we want to farm the listing area. Now, like I was saying, you want to brand yourself as the professional, but you also want to farm and touch these people and let these people know, here's all of my services, here's what I do. Now, there's a lot of ways you can do it. For instance, there's a lot of online services now where you can take a CSV spreadsheet and upload it to an online service. They will create the postcard for you. They will mail the postcard out for you. Simple. Everything is online. You go online, you create the postcard, you upload the spreadsheet to their system, and boom, they do it all. They print the postcard, mail the postcard, you pay a one-time fee, they handle everything else. There's also, you can write letters. Back in the day, every single month, I would do something, postcards, letter, knock on doors, something. Now, today, what I want to talk about, and I touched on it at our last coaching meeting, I decided let's get a little more in depth this time, which is we can use FMLS to get all of the information. Now, if you go to Office Depot or if you go to Office Max, there's these companies, these stores, these office stores that sells labels, and the labels are Avery, Avery. Write that down. I'm going to put it right here in the chat, Avery. So they have Avery, Avery. And it is pretty universal that you can put the Avery labels into your printer and you can print out labels. And you put the labels in your printer, and then it will print out the person's name, address. You can take them off, put them on a postcard. You can take them off, put them on a letter. And I used to do that a lot, and it's still popular. It still works every day. So you can, one, have everything automated where an online service mails out the postcards for you, or you can go into the marketing portal. You can print some envelopes, get a letterhead, write a letter, sign the letter, and mail letters to everybody in your farming area. Okay. Or you may say, you know what, I just want to have everybody's name in my farming area. And so I am going to knock on every door. I am going to leave a flyer on every door. I am going to leave a flyer on the outside of every mailbox. And I just want to know everybody's address, and I want to know everybody's name. Look, all of that works. Here's what I want to talk about today. Let's talk about how we get the person's name and address right here in FMLS. So if you look there on your screen, FMLS, I've already logged into FMLS, don't have to go over that. And I'm going to click products, and I'm going to hit matrix. So now I'm in the matrix. Let me log into matrix real quick. So now I am logging into matrix, and here's matrix. Okay. Now, matrix allows me to do a lot of different things. I'm going to click on public records because I have one subdivision with 100 homes, or I have two subdivisions, 50 homes, 50 homes. As I said, the more, the merrier. Okay. 300 homes is better than 100 homes. 400 homes is better than 300 homes. Remember this, though. Remember this. Consistency is key. I do not want you to go out and do a big mail out to 1,000 homes this month, and now I don't have any money to ever do anything again. I want you to be able to consistently do it every single month. The same home, the same 100 homes, 200 homes, 300 homes. And every month, let's try to expand the number of homes that were contacted. So FMLS, I'm in matrix. This is my matrix. I'm going to click on public records. So now I'm going into the public records. Okay. So now I am into the public records, and this is saying, what county do I want to hit? Clayton County, Fulton County, Gwinnett County, Douglas County. I could go on. And I'm going to click here, and I'm going to say, first of all, I want Georgia. So I'm clicking on Georgia. Okay. When I click on Georgia, I'm going to say that I want Fulton County. So I'm coming through here, A, B, C, D, E, F. There it is right there, Fulton County. Okay, it's already clicked. Okay, so Fulton County, Georgia. That's what I'm going to do. Here it is right over here. And I'm going to push apply. Okay, so now I am searching Fulton County. Great, that's step one. Now I want to come over to my search. I'm going to click on my search, and I'm going to come down here where it says subdivision. What subdivision in Fulton County do I want to search? Now I've already rode the area and I already have 1 subdivision, 2 subdivisions, 4 subdivisions that I'm interested in. What's the name of the subdivision? Well, we're in Fulton County, so I'm just going to put Buckhead. Why? Because there is always a subdivision called Buckhead, right? Everything in Buckhead is called Buckhead something. Buckhead Estates, Buckhead Towers, Buckhead. So under subdivision, I am going to push Buckhead and I'm going to push search. And I'm going to say, oh, look at all of these different, look, Buckhead Grand Condos, Buckhead Homes, Buckhead Lofts, Buckhead Luton Condo. So if I wanted to just do condos in Buckhead, look at this. Buckhead Avenue condos, Buckhead condos. So there's so much Buckhead. Right? But what I'm going to do, I'm going to, just for fun, click Buckhead Square condos. Okay. So I've already rode the area and I like Buckhead Square condos. This is a subdivision that I want to focus on. So I'm going to push Buckhead Square condos and I'm going to push apply. Okay. Now, from here, I can come down here and I can push export. Now, FMLS only allows you, I think, like 3,000, 5,000 labels a month. I've already exported my 5,000 for the month. Okay. But if I had not already went past my limit, and I forgot the number, 5,000, 3,000, I forgot what it is. You can contact FMLS, but they allow you to export only X amount of contacts, okay? So I could push label, and if I was not already over my minimum, I could push labels right here, and every label would pop up for Buckhead condos. I could hit export, and I could export a CSV file of every homeowner's name and property address. So it would say Luther Ragsdale, 1234 Buckhead Avenue. Okay. Now I can print a report. I could print cards, maximum 50 per slide. Okay. And so I can now say, all right, I want to print labels right there. I want to export the CSV file, and then I want to upload it to an online system so they can print the postcards and they can mail the postcards. But obviously their question is, who do you want to mail it to? What's the name and what's the address? Okay, I'm in here and here I got it. Okay. Just for fun, let's go back. Let's say I say, oh, I don't want Buckhead Square. I can remove that one. I can come back in here, and Peachtree, that's another very common name. So I know there's probably, so I rode the area, and under Peachtree, I like a subdivision called 3630 Peachtree Condos. Okay, cool. I know there's 250 condos, 300 condos, whatever. And I click right here. Now it's over here, 3630 Peachtree Condos, and I push apply. Now I can get the labels for the Peachtree Condos. I can export the CSV file for the Peachtree Condos. What should I do? Every single month, I should use FMLS to get my labels, to get my CSV file. Now, the key is you must, I repeat, you have to be consistent, and you have to do this each and every month. What I don't want you to do is to do 1,000 this month and then nothing for 6 months, and then come back and do 100 and then do nothing for 3 months. Be consistent every single month. We work in a numbers game. Work the numbers and you will have success. Okay? Questions? Questions? Raise your hand. Somebody raise your hand with questions or comment. Anybody out there already doing it? Anybody already out there? Or is this good information, but and you're thinking, hey, I need to do it. All right. Somebody raise their hand. You are unmuted. Question, comment, Marion.
Yes, I want to know if this will be recorded or available to us after the fact. You're giving us a lot of great information, and it's just a lot to absorb right now.
Excellent question. And let me tell you, is it recorded? Yes. And remember this, we all have what? FMLS tech support. So my goal is to wet your whistle. My goal is to get your mind rolling. And even if you look at this recording step by step, you still might have questions. That's what FMLS tech support is all about. The first time that I ever tried this, I just simply contact tech support, and I said, tech support, I want to mail information to this subdivision, North Castlegate. I will never forget it. I wanted to buy some investment property, and I said, hey, I love this subdivision. I want to mail some, postcards, mail some flyers to them. How do I do it? And tech support walked me through it. No video, no training. They just walked me through it step by step. That's the first way I ever completed this. So
excellent.
My answer to your question, tech support. Make sense?
Yes, thank you very much.
Here's another point. Somebody might say, Luther, what about Georgia MLS? Same thing, tech support. Now, I love FMLS. FMLS is very user-friendly. FMLS is the best of the best. I love FMLS, but Georgia MLS have more steps. It's a little more complicated, but tech support can walk you through that as well. Okay. Yes. Question, comment.
Hello, everyone. I just want to comment. I started doing this last month, and I'm about to send out my second mailing. I just joined Platinum in December, and I use Prospect Plus, and it's you don't even have to export anything. You just put the zip code that you want to go in or the actual subdivision, and it'll ask you how many miles. So like if you say 123 Chestnut Avenue, it's going to go in a circle around and 1 mile and pick like 120, 160, however many houses you want. And it mails it. And for 120, it cost me $110, including the mailing. So it wasn't bad, because if you mail it yourself, it's like a good 40 cents. And the postcard itself is 60 cents. So they just took care of everything. And then you can download the list if you want to go through a different company next time and upload it to another company if you don't want to use Prospect Plus. But they have everything. And they have like target renters, target this. It's awesome.
And I think that you have a excellent point. One of the reasons why I'm talking FMLS is free to export it. And then once you have the data, you can do whatever you want to with the data. But yes, as I said, please Google. There's 101 different companies out there. Pick the one that's best for you. Here's my point. Just be consistent and do it every single month, right?
I have a really quick question while we're on this, if you don't mind. So I'm also trying to target expired listings and withdrawn, but how do we get the phone number of the people? We can't, right? because those you would have to call.
Right, and for expired and for sale by owners, I love the red X, the THE red X. Let me put that in the chat. Excellent question. The red X. Now, the red X basically says you are right. The red X. Now, again, there are competitors out there. There's others, companies out there. I've used the red X. I like the red X, but here's what the red X says. The red X says, hey, I'm going to put together all the information for you in one spot. And then every single day, they email you and text message you expired listings, for sale by owner, etc., etc. You cannot beat the Red X. Again, the Red X have competition. There's a lot of competitors out there, but I like the Red X. Okay. Does that answer your question?
Yes, thank you so much.
Very, very good. And let me mention this to everybody as well. Everybody should have a listing campaign. Okay. You need to farm your area for listings, every single body. Now, one person might say, hey, I'm doing 100 houses. Somebody else might say 1,000 houses, but you need to go out there and farm your area. Here's the thing as well. You should do multiple things. Don't do just one thing. Meaning, social media is great. Email marketing, great. Text messaging, great. The Red X for expired listings and for sale by owner, great. But you should also farm your area as well. See how I'm doing. I have a lot of different funnels, a lot of different channels to have leads coming my way. Okay. Excellent question though. Questions, anyone? Questions, comments, anything?
I have another question.
Yes.
Okay, so if we targeted, one person just said that I think she did about 100 at that one time. If we targeted, let's say 50 to 75 monthly, because you said be consistent and continue to do this every month. Generally, statistically wise, how many prospects do you think we will pull from that?
Okay, well, let's take some steps back. Okay. Number one, we have to focus on the right subdivisions, the right areas. Okay. So we want subdivisions where the houses are like in between 5 to 12 years old, right? We don't want that subdivision that's, 100 years old, 50 years old, unless it's one of them remodeling type of areas, like sometime Midtown and downtown. They're starting to, remodel all of the areas and start to sell them again. That's cool. But like my father's area, like where I grew up, back in the 70s, those houses, they aren't have selling. So you want that area that's moving, that's turning over. That's first. Second, you want the right price point. The bread and butter price point is from like, 350 to 650, 350 to 700. That's the sweet spot, right? You want that 350, 300 to, you don't want to go lower than 350 because now we're doing rental properties and all that. And now, as if you're just looking for investors, okay. But that market have really slowed. So the best area is like from 350 to, let's say, 650. That's the bread and butter type of subdivisions. You want houses that have been built within the last 4 to 10 years, 4 to maybe 12. You might even can push it to 15 years, But you get what I'm saying. You want to first go in and analyze the subdivision and analyze the areas to make sure things are moving. If it's a brand new subdivision and the builder is just building and the person just moved in last month, chances are they're not gonna be selling and listing their house. If they just moved in 2022, they are it's a brand new subdivision, it's a brand new build. They're probably not gonna be selling their house no time soon, right? Going over 600, 700, a million, 2 million, 1.5 million, that's fine. That's a very niche market. But a lot of those folks that buy them $1 million, $2 million houses, they ain't trying to, sell those houses no time soon. It's their dream home. They're going to die in those homes. You with me? Now, step one, you want the right subdivision, right? With the right price point that's moving. So again, you want to go into FMLS, Georgia MLS, and you want to now take a look so you can make sure you are focusing on the right subdivision. Okay. Once you do that, typically we like to say a 1% rule. Okay. You target 100 houses, usually you get one listing. Now, let me say, if you respond correctly, in my online course, I have a script. I have scripts, I have videos of what to say, when to say, how to say it. A person can call you if you don't know what you're doing. If you're mumbling and bumbling and stumbling, you're not going to get the listing. I want to be clear. But we like to use a 1% rule. Some areas are better, some areas worse. But we like to just call it a 1% rule. That's why the more houses you hit, the more listings you're going to get, as long as you're consistent. You're consistent. Also, some of those houses that you hit, a person might not want to list their house, but they might want to sell their home. Okay? But excellent question. Excellent question.
Thank you.
Okay, I think we have another hand up. Okay. Yes, question.
Hey, Grand Risings. So I'm looking at the labels part now. They do give us 5,000 from FMLS. Do they give us, do they give it to us in Georgia MLS as well? Like, are we able to do the same thing in Georgia MLS with a certain limit?
I want you to contact Georgia MLS, and what I actually contacted FMLS, and I said, all right, they are talking 5,000, why 5,000? When can I do more than 5,000? Is it per week? Is it per month? What's the rules? What's the regulation? So I would recommend contacting FMLS and Georgia MLS as well, understanding the rules and regulations and the do's and don'ts and all that good stuff. Okay, look, I did that myself because I don't own FMLS. But I always say the way you win a game is understanding the rules of the game. Does that make sense?
Yes.
So now we can strategize, and I may get 300 labels over here for this subdivision and 500 labels for this subdivision, et cetera, so I can maximize it every month.
And then the other question I have is, so I know that they're showing like how we want the labels to be printed out. And one of the questions they asked is choose the address type. Would you choose the tax billing address or the property address? Because if they have, like, say if it's a renter in there, then we don't want to go into the renter,
right? And that's a good point. It all depends on your goal.
Okay.
Are you doing just the if you're doing from 350 to 650, 350 to 700, we want the owner, right?
Right.
We want to contact the person that's actually owning the house. If I'm in a lower price bracket, 150 to 250, maybe I am looking for first time home buyers, and I want to now tell them, hey, I can help you sell that house or buy your next house,
Okay.
right? Maybe I'm targeting investors, right? So I want the person who owns it. So it all depends on your strategy
Okay.
and what you're focusing on. But here's the beautiful thing, what you learned today. You got the tool in your hand. Does that make sense?
Right.
You got the tool. Now, what you do with it is up to you. What your goal is, everybody on this call might have a different goal, but
Right.
now you understand the tool.
Okay.
Now you understand you have a powerful tool that you should utilize every single month.
The last question I have for you is, so they're showing me like the owner names for one of the subdivisions that I'm looking at.
Mhm.
Will they provide the phone numbers as well on here?
Contact FMLS.
Okay.
Listen, I do not want to come off as the FMLS guru.
Right.
Here's what I want you to do. Contact FMLS or tech support, talk to them. There may
Okay.
be a way, I don't know.
All right.
Okay.
Thank you.
Contact FMLS tech support and say, hey, this is what I'm trying to do. And what's the best way to solve the problem that I have? And see what they can do for us. Everybody with me now, right? Yes, sir. All right, questions? Questions? And let me mention this, to you as well. Man, I love Google because for every problem you have in business, Google have a solution for it, right? Is if FMLS cannot solve your problem, there's a company out there that can solve the problem for you. It's a matter of Google. Questions, anyone? Questions? Hands? Questions, comments? Questions, comments?
Luther, I see
Yes.
something on your screen on the corner there where it says FMLS and Stellar MLS are talking about a partnership. Can you tell us the differences between Georgia MLS, FMLS, and this new Stellar MLS?
Okay, well, first let's jump in to Florida. So Tampa and Orlando use Stellar MLS. So FMLS, first multiple listing service, is through Georgia only. So first multiple listing service is Georgia only, okay? Stellar MLS is Florida. Now, Platinum Real Estate, we are a licensed broker in Florida. We have Stellar MLS already for our Florida agents, okay? So our agents in Tampa and our agents in Orlando, they use Stellar. I'm the broker in Tampa and Orlando, so I already have Stellar. Platinum Real Estate already have Stellar. If you get your Florida license and you want to join our Tampa office, we can get you Stellar. Okay. Now, this is saying data sharing and collaboration. To be honest with you, I have not clicked on the button. I haven't read all of the details. What I will do and what I recommend you do is I will definitely read up on it. And if I have questions, you know what I'm going to do. I'm going to contact FMLS to get all of the details. Okay. So I don't know exactly what they have going on with Stellar, but I will tell you Stellar in Florida. Yeah, this says now live data sharing partnership, Georgia and Florida. And it's a great collaboration and it's a great partnership. And this is a great, I don't know how much information that you need in Florida if you're not licensed in Florida, because you can just refer folks. Is if you don't have a license in Florida, I don't know what you're gonna really do with the information. But anyway, hey, I will read up on it. I will contact FMLS. You contact the FMLS and see if it's a benefit. Fair?
There, thank you.
Okay, yeah, but Stellar MLS is in Tampa and Orlando. Okay, for all of my Florida agents, Miami have their own MLS system that is different than Stellar. Okay, but we are a member of that MLS as well. All right, excellent question though. All right, questions, comments, anything? Questions, comments, anything? Okay. All right, so hey, we always end our coaching sessions with some homework. What's the homework? Hey, going to FMLS. Look, let's start getting those labels. Let's start using FMLS as a tool to help us start to prospect. Let's use FMLS as a tool to start to form our area. Here's another thing. FMLS have free classes and FMLS have great training on YouTube. If you have not taken all of the FMLS classes, if you are not an expert in FMLS, you need to take all of the classes because those classes are free. They're online. What I do every night before I go to bed, I just go in there and watch some good old FMLS training YouTube classes. It just keeps me new and what's in the know. Okay. So let's print some labels. Let's start marketing. The next thing, the next coaching homework for everybody tomorrow, 12:30 until 2. We have, I am going to talk about branding. It's going to be a powerful, powerful training. Most agents, you do not brand yourself. People do business with people they know, who they like, who they respect, and who they trust. Branding get you the trust, get you the respect. They now know you, and branding gets people to like you. Branding is a major, major key to your business. You guys always hear, oh, he's a boss. Oh, she's a boss. Yeah, top of the food chain, the leader. That's what you want to market yourself as. The industry expert. I am the industry expert. I handle everything cutting edge. Go to my website, lutherragsdale.com, register for the website. It is happening tomorrow. Go to my website, lutherragsdale.com. Okay? Questions, comments, anybody? Questions, comments? All right. I will make sure that we get this training out to everybody via text message, but do not forget to meet me tomorrow at the Zoom session. All right. Hey, everybody, have a good day. Thank you for joining me. Talk to you again very soon. Thank you. God bless you.